Hello to all the hip-hop culture lovers out there. I'm your host, Tiffany Rose, and today I have some delicious Texas tea served hot for you. August Alsina and Young Bleu both dropped EPs on Valentine's Day. August Alsina's album was Forever and a Day, and Young Bleu dropped that Vandross too. Coming up, I'm going to talk about both albums, and then we'll get into the battle of the EPs where both albums will go toe-to-toe, knocking one out like a light. I'm also going to let you know which album I think deserves Texas tea or Texas trash. I'm about to give y'all the teaser, bitch. Stay tuned. It's Valentine's Day weekend, a couple of days after V-Day, and I hope all the lovers out there had an amazing Valentine's Day. I'm sure you caught wind of these two Valentine's Day EPs, and if you were lucky, you got a chance to end your night with one of them playing in the background. Now, Young Bleu dropped his album Bleu Vandross 2. The album cover is a picture of him holding a vintage dynamic microphone with an upside down rose dipped in pastel blue paint. Now, he actually has two album covers. The second album cover is a half picture of Young Bleu with an open button down pastel blue shirt. His chocolate tatted chest is accessorized by ice, lots and lots of ice, including his blinged out blue Vandross chain covering his chest. Now, August Alsina dropped his EP, Forever and a Day, which features an 8-track EP. The album cover shows a picture of August Alsina with his shirt off and a transparent rose placed over his body. I personally thought Young Bleu's album cover was very classy. It was very well thought out, very well put together. I enjoyed the vintage look. It's a vibe. It's a whole vibe. Now, I'm going to be honest. On first glance at August Alsina's EP, I thought, mediocre artwork. So then I gave the EP a listen. Nah, I wasn't feeling it. So I gave it another listen. I listened again. I got a couple head bobs in that time, but on the third time, I fell in love with the album. On first listen to Young Bleu's Bleu Vandross 2, I loved it. I fell in love with it. I played it again. I had it on repeat for a few times that night. So let's compare. The album Forever and a Day, well, it's good background music, if you know what I mean. You can wake up to it. You can put that Forever and a Day on. You can make up the bed, get your day started. And August, he's obviously in love. So August, who are you talking about, August? We need to know, okay? Now, Young Bleu obviously knows how to make a girl move. Not just your booty, but your heart too. Like only God knows. It's a slower tempo joint on the album.
I've been in love with you more than once. Shine on me like the morning sun. No, she don't think she's the only one. She can't think she's the only one.
Okay, so the pros and cons about both albums. August Alsina's Forever and a Day. You can play this album in front of your family. I mean, we don't get too much of the explicit August. The cons is you can't twerk.
Really, nigga?
And every girl loves to twerk. You cannot twerk to this album. And of course, the con of Young Bleu's album is the reverse. You cannot play Young Bleu's album in front of your family. As a matter of fact, the first song on Young Bleu's album is titled Kids Go to Bed. And I think that's just his disclaimer. He's saying like kids go to bed, put the kids to bed. We about to talk about some freaky things. Okay. But you can twerk all night to that album. Now, this is going to be very hard for me because if you know me, you know that I'm a day one August Alsina fan. I was just put onto Young Bleu a couple of months ago. So who deserves Texas tea and who deserves Texas trash? I'm going to give Texas tea to Young Blue's album Bleu Vandross 2 and Texas trash to Forever and a Day. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was our show for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Send us your thoughts on today's topics, and we'll send you ours back. Until next time.
I'm Tiffany Rose. You had your sip of Texas tea for the day. Toodles.